back to Light from Mars. If this is your first time on this channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. If you are a returning subscriber, well, welcome back. You already know how this goes. I am so excited about this episode because today I'm going to tell you guys about 5 different flowers and all of their magical uses. Yes, so that means that I'm going to tell you all about the energies that these flowers are most closely associated with, how to really attract what you want, and it's just about to get really interesting. I'm so excited to share this information with you guys. So before I go into everything, you might be wondering, what exactly do you mean by magical uses? Does that mean that I have to use these things in spells? Does that mean that I can just have them and they perform some sort of magic? Kind of, but not exactly. So for me personally, I kind of like to look at it as every single action that you do, every single moment that you are alive, every single thing that you buy or consume or use or wear or whatever, you are always casting tiny spells. The reason for that is that every single thing in the universe carries a different type of energy, right? It has a different vibration, a different frequency. And so the way the universe works is that like frequencies attract like frequencies. So certain objects may be attracting things to you, or certain actions or words or what have you are going to attract things to you whether you even realize it or not. So in this case, I'm going to be telling you about sort of the energetic properties of the flowers and how you can use them to help promote and attract your intention or what you desire to bring into your life. So the 5 flowers that we are going to be talking about in this video are roses, lavender, dandelions, jasmine, and daisies. Please make sure to give this video a big like if you do enjoy it. That way I can maybe do a part 2 because obviously there's so many other magical flowers that I could talk about. It was very difficult to even get it down to this list, but I just felt like these were probably the most common ones, the ones that will be most easily accessible for people, and also the ones that are most infamously associated with certain things. So let's get started. So first off, we are going to be starting with roses. Yes, the infamous rose. Obviously, we see this across all sorts of different media. It's in all sorts of different movies. Roses are probably one of the most infamous flowers there is, right? Roses have long been used to transmute energy by humans. And I'm sure it might not come to a surprise to you to learn that roses have traditionally been associated with love, lust, passion, fidelity, fertility, and sexuality. We definitely often see roses used during these times, even just in everyday life, right? With people not even trying to do any magic. You might give a bouquet of roses to your loved one. You might line your bed with rose petals, or you might take a bath with rose petals, right? And these are all sort of, again, linking back to this kind of idea of all of these different things that spawn up from love and lust. Roses have been attributed to several gods and goddesses of love, such as Aphrodite, Venus, and Cupid. It is said that roses originally actually earned their association with love because of their inherent bittersweet nature. Roses are absolutely gorgeous to look at. They're an absolutely beautiful flower. But what is the bitter aspect of the rose? The thorns, of course. So naturally, people realize this is a beautiful flower and it's beautiful, it smells amazing. But if you are too naive and trusting, you may just go try to pluck a rose and get stabbed by one of its very sharp thorns. There are many ways in which you can use roses and the energy that they possess to attract love to yourself. Some ancient texts talk about sprinkling rose petals around your bed to attract love. Others discuss making jewelry out of rose petals or rose hips to attract love to yourself. You can also use these flowers to make magical perfumes or tinctures. It is also worth noting that with roses and really most flowers, the color also plays a big role. So if you're trying to use roses to attract love, it would be a good idea to use either red or pink roses. However, ideally, red would be best for this kind of work. Pink roses can also be used specifically for friendship love as well. However, the magical powers of roses are definitely not just limited to love. In fact, roses can also be used to attract confidence, luck, protection, happiness, peace, dreams. It is even said that if you want to have prophetic dreams, drink a cup of rose tea before bed. So let's break down how else you can use roses to attract these specific things. To attract the good luck and fortune associated with roses, you can carry around rose hips in a green satchel. Again, color is very important. Green is obviously mostly associated with money. And if you want to boost the power of this little satchel even more, you can also put in other plants that are also associated with attracting abundance, luck, and money. Another way to use roses to attract good luck and fortune is to spread rose petals around, or just carry them around in general, even without a green satchel. Roses are also very good to be used as a protection. So do you guys remember the song Ring Around the Rosie? It's like, ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes, ashes, all crazy and psycho. Well, if you did not know this already, I'm sorry to destroy your childhood, but that song is actually about the Black Plague. Literally, it's about dying from the Black Plague. They would say pocket full of posies, right? And that's because people would actually carry around a pocket full of posies, which are another flower, in order to protect themselves, because posies were also viewed as sort of a protective charm. However, people did not just have posies in their pocket. They also had other protective things, such as rose petals. Having rose petals around your house can also help with household and personal issues. And remember when we mentioned that the color of the rose is definitely important depending on your intention? Well, if you're trying to use a rose for protection or for any sort of spiritual purpose, you're best off using a white rose. And if you prefer not to carry around your rose petals like you are in the Black Plague, you can also infuse water with rose petals and just spray that on all of your clothes to keep you protected whenever you're out. Other magical ways to use rose petals are adding rose petals to your bath. This is said to increase confidence and also even balance your emotions. Yellow roses are said to attract joy and healing. Roses can also be used for glamour magic and for attracting and increasing beauty. Next, we are going to be talking about the magical properties of lavender. So lavender is actually said to be an all-purpose energy. In other words, it actually has a lot of different properties that can help you attract or manifest different things. Among other things, it is said to attract love, peace, good health, peaceful sleep, and increasing spiritual energy. If you are writing a love letter, it is suggested that you spray or include lavender with the letter. With lavender, you can even manifest what you want in your sleep by placing lavender sprigs under your pillow while thinking of your desire as you go to sleep. Putting lavender under your pillow is also said to help drive away nightmares and just improve your sleep in general. Carrying a satchel or amulet with lavender around is said to attract spirits and otherworldly entities. It can also assist with meditation and increasing clairvoyance. The smell of lavender by using perfume or oils is also said to attract love. In fact, I actually remember seeing once that prostitutes used to bathe themselves in lavender oil in order to help attract more clients. In general, I've also heard that lavender oil is used to attract men. So if you're trying to attract men, just, keep that in mind. Lavender can also be used for protection and purification purposes. Burning it can help consecrate a sacred space, release negativity, and provide protection. For this reason, you will often see smudge bundles containing lavender. Lavender can also be a great natural remedy for many mental health issues, including stress, anxiety, fatigue, insomnia, and headaches. It has also even been said that you can reverse depression simply by gazing at lavender. Now, I don't want to say that that's completely possible or true, but I mean, really, it's all about the intention that you put behind it. If you believe that it can happen, it really could potentially actually happen simply because of your willing of it. So I mean, if it could work for you, maybe try it out. Lavender essential oil is also fantastic for a variety of reasons. Not only does it smell great, but it also is very helpful for really releasing some stress and just relaxing and even sleeping if you do have trouble with that. And additionally, lavender essential oil is actually one of the only essential oils that you can put directly on cuts or scrapes. So it's actually a natural antifungal, antibacterial, and antiseptic. All of this helps relieve pain and inflammation. It can even help cuts and wounds heal faster and better. And to top it all off, lavender oil is also said to help repel insects. So that one is just the cherry on top to all of the other magical powers. Next, we are going to be talking about probably one of my personal favorite flowers, and that is dandelions. So you may not realize this, but if you have ever taken a dandelion and blown on it and blown out all the little things to make a wish, you have actually been already using the magical powers of dandelions. That is pretty much the most simple example of a spell that you can cast using the magical powers of dandelions. So we were all kids literally using dandelions to cast spells without even realizing it. Dandelions are very interesting for several reasons. One of the most interesting things about dandelions is that the entire thing can actually be eaten, from the root all the way to the flower. As far as magical powers, you can bring dandelion into the home to help rid it of negative energy. However, dandelions are most notably associated with their use for wishing, happiness, and joy spells. Once again, of course, one of the simplest ways to use dandelions for this is to blow on them and make a wish or send a message to someone. I did not know about that one, honestly. I wish I kind of knew that as a kid, but just keep that in mind, you don't just have to make wishes on dandelions. If you have a message you want to send to someone, you can also use it for that. You can also carry dandelions to increase bravery, courage, and confidence. Drinking dandelion root tea is said to help you contact spirits, and drinking dandelion flower tea is said to help you communicate with entities. You can also leave dandelion tea next to you or next to your bed to help attract spirits as well. Now, obviously, just so you guys know, I'm not saying that you should just go and try to attract spirits. Ideally, you would hopefully be using this with good intentions and maybe to try to increase your own psychic power, right? Maybe you're trying to become a medium, you want to try to actually communicate with entities. That is the reason that you would be doing this, So try to have an actual intention in mind, no matter what it is, and actually know what you're getting into before you're just trying to manifest all these spirits, okay? So just a fair warning, okay? Let's not try to mess with anything that we don't really understand. Dandelion tea also just helps to promote psychic powers in general. The lore about dandelions first began in China in the 17th century. The dandelion seeds, aka all those little white things that are on the dandelion that you blow off, yeah, those are the seeds. The dandelion seed heads are what originally were used for many purposes, including, for example, for seeing how long you were going to live. It is said that after you blowed out all the seeds, however many seeds were remaining, that is how long you were going to live. Blowing dandelion seeds was also said to be able to even tell the time. Supposedly, again, the number of seeds left after you blew was supposed to be the hour of the time that it currently was. And of course, as we already discussed, they were also used for sending messages and making wishes. Dandelion is also seen as a symbol of abundance and can be used to attract your deepest goals and desires. Obviously, this is hence why people make wishes on them. Instead of even just making wishes, you can also blow dandelion seeds and just envision your dreams or intentions coming true. To increase this power even more, it is said that you can pick a mature dandelion under the full moon and focus in it all of your deepest intentions and desires. And although I said I wasn't going to go super into the medicinal benefits of dandelions, I'm just going to give you a quick minute summary of just some of the things that dandelion does. So it's an antimicrobial, it's antifungal, it's an antioxidant, it's a germicide, a detoxifier, it can assist with wart removal, it can help relieve arthritis, it purifies your blood, it's a diuretic, a parasite cleanser, helps improve your digestion, lower blood pressure, help with cystitis, and even can help clear acne. As I'm sure is not surprising, dandelion is actually considered a superfood in that it has so many medicinal benefits that it really just rises above so many other regular foods. So just keep that in mind. Dandelion is amazing for a multitude of magical benefits, but it also has a few very, very physical, real ways in which it can help your body as well. The next flower that we are going to be talking about, number 4 on the list, is jasmine. So jasmine is a very sensuous and mystical flower. It is said to attract spiritual love based on attraction to the actual soul. Jasmine oil can also be used in baths to help heighten attractiveness and sexual experience. It is also known to help attract wealth and can be burned or carried to attract money. So, if you're trying to attract money, get at that jasmine though. You can even charge your crystals by placing them in a bowl with jasmine flowers. Jasmine flowers are also said to help promote new and innovative ideas. They can also be used in dream pillows, placed under the pillow or under the bed, or burned before sleep to induce prophetic dreams. Finally, we are going to move on to our last flower. And actually, I know I said I love dandelions, but I gotta be real, I think this one's actually my favorite flower. Even as a little kid, it was always my favorite flower. I don't know why. It's not the most fancy flower, but I just absolutely love them, and that is daisies. Daisies are associated with attracting several different kinds of things, including divination, healing, love, friendship, playfulness, protection, happiness, joy, creativity, and clarity. Again, do you guys remember being a little kid and having a flower and picking off the petals and being like, he loves me not, she loves me not, he loves me, she loves me, he loves me not, whatever? That is, again, another spell that you never knew you were casting, okay? Another magical property of these flowers that you did not even really know you were using. So a big thing, again, with daisies is using them to predict the future for divination, for prophecy. So, plucking the petals just like we would when we were little kids when it was all trendy. Ask it any yes or no question. So, it doesn't have to be like, oh yeah, does this person love me or not? It can actually be anything that has two answers. So basically, again, you're just going to go back and forth between the two answers, and whichever the last petal is, that one is your answer. To reignite an old love affair, place daisies under your pillow. In fact, this is also said that it can also help people dream of you. So, you know, if you're ever trying to make somebody dream of you, maybe try to put some daisies under your bed. Dandelions are also used for promoting long-lasting love and friendships. Place daisies on your desk to help reignite an old project or finish something that you've been struggling with. Daisies are also a favorite to help attract fairies. However, probably one of the most interesting things that I actually did not know about daisies is how much they are used as a protection. There are several things that people have done to use daisies as protection. It is said that you can hang dried daisies above your child's bed to help keep them safe at night. You can also fill small vases with daisies around your home to help protect your home and also bring joy. And part of the reason that daisies came to be associated so much with protection is actually because of their multitude of, again, medicinal benefits. Daisies are actually anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antifungal, and they help wounds bind together faster. Among other things, they can also help with excessive bleeding and even can help heal broken bones. For this reason, Roman soldiers actually used to carry around satchels full of daisies when they were going to go into war, just in case they knew that if they were going to get hurt, if they ended up with some sort of injury, that they could literally just place daisies onto the injury, and that would help it heal faster and also help keep them safe from infection. Because they can help with excessive bleeding, daisies are also good for excessive menstruation and postpartum bleeding. I do want to say, as just a quick disclaimer, that I'm not a medical professional and that I'm not trying to give you any direct medical advice. I am only sharing you what I have found through my research and also experience. And so if you feel like you could potentially use these flowers for a medicinal purpose, I would highly suggest doing your own research as well relating to your own personal health, and possibly even talk to your healthcare provider if you feel like that is appropriate for you. However, you do not need a medical professional's advice to use all of these flowers for their amazing magical properties. There are so many things that you can attract into your life just with the help of these 5 flowers alone. And like I said, there are so many other flowers that I came across that I also considered including in this video, but I think that I'll probably save those for a part 2. If you guys try any of these things, please let me know how they work for you. I would love to hear if you did surround your bed with rose petals and found the love of your life the next day. So if that happens to you, or if you have any sort of experience with trying any of these magical uses, please do let me know your story down below. And if you guys are not already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. I have lots of more content coming out this month and in the coming months. You guys are not even ready. It's going to be so good and I'm so excited. So I'd love to have you part of my little community, of my little subscriber group. I love you guys so much and I would really appreciate it. Also, of course, please give this video a big like if you did enjoy it. That makes me know that you guys do like this content and I should continue making videos like this, so it really does help me a lot in that way. And that's all for today. Sending you all of the love and joy and happiness today and tomorrow and the next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!